Then what may happen is Worldpay may send you a bill for an accumulated fee from throughout the month. So what I would suggest doing is, if you're using Receipt Bank, you can process it through that way, or alternatively, you can manually add a bill in the system. So I'm just going to set Worldpay up as a supplier. They want the money straight away as soon as they receive the bill. They want the money as soon as we receive the bill. And this was dated for the end of December. So I might put a reference in if you want to keep things neat and tidy. The category, I would create one called Worldpay fees. So that's going to go in as an expense, and it's going to go to something like bank charges. That's always going to be an exempt amount. There is no VAT on Worldpay fees as far as I'm aware. But I would always check with your provider. You can usually do this by logging into the back office of Worldpay or EMS, Stripe, SumUp, and they give you a breakdown of all the fees that you've incurred. So it's always well worth checking there, just in case you can claim back any VAT on those. So you might want to put a memo in there. And the amount they've billed me for is £50 in fees. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to click Save and Close. And then here you can see in the bank, on the 1st of January, we paid them the £50. So you simply match the bill against the money coming out of your bank. What that's done in those two transactions is it should have marked this bill as paid. So let's just check that. Yeah, that's been paid. And then hopefully in our Worldpay's fees account, the expense account we created, we should have that £50 sitting in there if we've done it all correctly. And there it is. Alternatively, what may happen is Worldpay or EMS or any other payment provider that pays gross may choose to bill you on an ad hoc basis. So as and when you receive the deposit into the bank, they might also take a separate transaction, an expense for the fee. So if we navigate to the bank, here you can see Worldpay have taken a fee for £10 for processing one of our deposits. So quite simply, all you're going to need to do is allocate it as an expense, payee being Worldpay, the category being Worldpay fees, and this is an expense account that we've created. And I've set it up so it's always set to exempt purchases. If it's on an individual basis, so i.e. you're only charged the fee when you receive a deposit, I might want to put that against invoice 1028, just as a reference to keep an eye on what I'm being charged for. Once you're happy with that, you can click Add.